Hello people, I'm Tommy, and rumors have been going around lately about the chocolate milk supply becoming scarce. Luckily, I've prepared for this day. Always have a chocolate milk drawer in case of emergencies, but you know, having this drawer of now limited chocolate milk makes me think of the world of video games and how changing something slightly can affect its desirability.
Steelbooks are the default option for when a video game company wants to release a special version of a game. There are a large number of games that come in Steelbooks, and while they aren't just regulated games, you can find Steelbooks for movies, TV shows, and whatever the fuck Total Recall's doing. For today, we'll be looking at Steelbooks in the video game industry and see how they've evolved through the generations. 2004, the year of the DS and numerous sequels. One of the sequels released that year was Halo 2 on the original Xbox, and to add to the hype for the game's release, a Halo 2 limited collector's edition would be released, which said fuck you to plastic by coming in a steel case. Except for the part where the game came in a plastic sleeve and was still made of 80% plastic. Yeah, so one of the earliest examples of a steelbook mainly came with a metal cover and back, while the inside was still pretty much completely plastic. This format of steelbook would become commonplace on Xbox consoles, with a sleeve that has all the information on it, while having some sleek art not being blocked off by ratings and console information. I like the Halo 2 Collector's Edition. Although it was simple, it was also a pioneer in the video game steelbook market, and would leave a big impact going forward. Jumping up to the Xbox 360, and the steelbooks here are fairly similar. One of the differences here is that the title of the game is part of the plastic sleeve to give more room for the artwork on the front and back. By this time, a lot of games felt the need to reinforce what a collector's edition was and included bonus content in the case or on a bonus disc, like with the Perfect Dark Zero steelbook. The year is 2020, the future is dark, okay. As a side note, one of the best things about these plastic sleeves is that you can put any game that fits inside these. Someone could be looking at your collection and say, oh, Devil May Cry 4 on Xbox 360? And you could say, no, that's Tiger Woods. The PlayStation took a different approach with their steelbooks and got rid of the plastic sleeve and just combined the two like a regular game case. The example I have here is the Final Fantasy XII Collector's Edition, and it looks very okay. The cover isn't bad, but I find the original artwork to look leagues better than an indiscernible shadow figure and some letters. The back talks about bonus DVD features with developer interviews and art gallery and trailers. It's not the worst thing in the world, but the Xbox steelbooks look much better in my opinion. They blend in on a shelf more. With the PS4, however, Sony did include a plastic sleeve which looks way better than what the PS2 and PS3 had to deal with. Now with the final of the big three, we've got Nintendo, who up until recently, barely, if ever, even did steelbooks. With the amount of beloved IPs at Nintendo's disposal, it's surprising that Nintendo didn't make more collector's editions or just even steelbooks, but at this point I shouldn't be surprised with Nintendo making batshit decisions. Nintendo did release steelbooks on the 3DS, usually with the release of a new Pokemon game, but the Nintendo Switch was when we'd see a large rise in Nintendo steelbooks. The Switch's biggest steelbook supporter is the video game distributor Limited Run. A decent number of their collector's editions came with a steelbook, which based on the ones that I have, can range from fine to what the fuck. Now, this would be the point where I would lose my shit over a hunk of metal, but Limited Run knew this would look absolutely terrible on a shelf and actually gave normal plastic cases as an option. So if you found the Shantae steelbook to look a little too fucking disgusting, you can just throw them in a box and never see them again. I can't really get mad at these steelbooks for that reason. They're more of just a fun bonus to have. We've looked at a multitude of different steelbooks, each having their own pros and cons, all succeeding in some places while still having problems. However, there is still one more steelbook to look at. A steelbook that is so disgusting, so vile, the most disgraceful piece of metal to ever be created. A steelbook that'll make any collector shiver in their boots. And that recognition goes to... Alright, so a lot to unpack here. The logo symbolizes Smash Bros, and the void symbolizes Nintendo's love for their fans. Seriously, what the actual fuck is this? A fiery Smash logo with an empty void as the background. Now I know some people might say that's a reference to the Smash Ultimate reveal trailer. Okay, that's great, but still doing the bare fucking minimum. It could have gone all the way and included the silhouettes of Mario and Link on the sides with the rest of the cast on the bottom, but no! Just the Smash logo. Already this fails at having a unique or interesting box art, and its regular plastic case is miles, light years, more appealing than this. Oh, but don't worry, at least the back has a nice piece of art. Fuck you. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. But hey, you can almost see your reflection in the case. I had no idea Nintendo was taking notes from the goddamn Vietnam War Memorial! Oh, and they knew. They abso-fucking-lutely knew this case was gonna stand out like a sore thumb, so they didn't even bother to put the name of the game on the spine. Have you no shame? Steelbook or not, at least have the common sense to include the name on the goddamn spine. This has got to be one of the worst Steelbooks ever made.
Screaming about a metal case sure does make a guy thirsty. Also, I gotta get that chocolate milk out of the drawer pronto. It's been there for like 3 months.